Since the 1970s, College Lodge has been home to many College of Charleston Cougars, but with its impending destruction, I decided to do an investigation. I sat down with the director of the Center of Historic Preservation and Planning to find out why this old motel is so important.
Historic preservation is often viewed as looking at the past, but we look at the past to understand the present and make a better future.
I dropped into a class on historic preservation to learn a little more.
For a long time, preservation folks have been ignoring this mid-century modern period, but there are iconic forms. College Lodge certainly exudes some of that. Of course, the Shepherd Ferry applied image on the side. There's also the aesthetics, which are unique. And those kinds of buildings are disappearing.
Dr. Gilmore believes the College of Charleston could do more to keep College Lodge.
College Lodge is a complex situation. From my understanding of how the college has approached that, they've not necessarily utilized all of the available resources.
In search of more answers, I asked the CofC President what the administration is planning.
Obviously we're a historic campus, and therefore it's very important for us to preserve our legacy, our heritage. And so certainly, the buck stops here at my desk. We had several engineering studies that told us that the building, the structure is seismically unsafe. And the only way that we could make that safe is to build a lot of very large concrete structures.
The president then elaborated on some structural issues as well as HVAC concerns.
If you look at the 1960s, late 60s, early 70s buildings, they're all just very low ceilings. Because at the time, people don't want to spend money to heat or cool the space. So let me say this, our students' safety has to be my number one priority.
Looking at the college's 10-year plan, the president assures me that College Lodge will remain a student housing project.
You can have the most beautiful building, and if it's unsafe for our students, we can't have it.
The president's pragmatic opinions and safety concerns led me to the office of Aaron Minigan, director of the Preservation Society of Charleston.
Planning really is preservation in Charleston because it has to be compatible and respectful to Charleston's historic character.
We began by talking about how the Preservation Society and the college work together to preserve buildings.
We like to maintain a very close relationship with the college, and so we meet with them pretty regularly, especially because they are a big steward of historic properties. So College Lodge, specifically, they're asking for demolition of the building. And it's a unique circumstance. This building is just over the cusp of being considered historic. It's a unique building both for Calhoun Street in its context there, but also for the College of Charleston. So we've been in close communication with them about evaluating that request for demolition and trying to explore options for the building.
Minigan recalled her time as a student at the College of Charleston when College Lodge was still being used.
I think my personal feelings are shared by a lot of students and alumni at College of Charleston. This was kind of a central meeting point. It's a hub for students to get together.
As a comparison, the director references the Starlight Motor Inn, a recently renovated 1960s motel off Rivers Avenue.
And there are great examples of similarly aged and styled buildings that actually were in much worse condition that have been successfully rehabilitated.
As I descended down the spiral staircase, Aaron left me with this.
I'm not an engineer, but I see a path forward for this building.
One thing's for certain, safety and structural stability are on the top of everyone's minds. For College of Charleston Explained, I'm Vishnu Boleti.